So we are here with a mini supercut on Devil May Cry, and I won't lie to you, I have seen my fair share of articles and different news outlets from different articles give a very similar tale. And it has made something very abundantly clear from fan reception, from people who also play the games and read other material, is that the main reason why people do not like this new adaptation is simply put because it is not like the games. And you can say that I'm wrong in this, but it is very consistent across different articles and different news outlets that the main prevailing problem is the fact that, again, it is not like the game, which is interesting to me because I personally I have read the tie-in quote unquote manga adaptations of Devil May Cry and even a few other ones from the West as far as comics. Even which is crazy to me that like one of the most hated Devil May Cry installations got notoriety and also a comic adaptation. It's like if you want to get mad at any version of Devil May Cry, get mad at this one. Like because this was apparently the biggest one that people hate for some reason. Even though I would argue like it is shamelessly funny at times. I've never played it personally. I've only seen like gameplay clips and footages from like, the cutscenes, and they're honestly hilarious. Like this one right here. It kills me every time. I will not lie to you. But that's just me though. Anyway, yeah, that's just my take on this. So again, my knowledge when it comes to Devil May Cry goes as follows. It goes manga and then this adaptation. Literally, that's it. I will not pretend as if I am the most knowledgeable on Devil May Cry. No, I simply have read the manga in preparation for watching the anime, and on top of that, I literally just saw this anime, and it's okay. You'll see why in a minute. Yeah, DH Nation, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I did see your AMV, but we gonna get into your comment. All right, damn. Just when I made my AMV, I saw it and I was like, bro, you using Mark clips to carry him because that man is not even cool. Like he's literally lame. Like, but whatever, gay. I ain't gonna lie. You allowed to have your favorite character. I'm not gonna hate on it. I'm gonna let you rock. Promise. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivereth from death. Proverbs 10:2. All right, let's get into the main video now. I'm going to say this now, and I'm probably never going to say this again. Spoiler warning for Devil May Cry, the Netflix animation. If you do not want to be spoiled, do not click a video with Dante's face on it. Anyway, I'm going to be getting into spoilers. I'm letting you know now. Spoiler warning.
A few minutes later.
Alright, so Devil May Cry. So first and foremost, let's just get right into it. So personally, I enjoyed this very much. Let's just get the obvious out the way. I think this is amazing. Like honestly, when it comes down to it, I wasn't like the biggest Devil May Cry advocate. Personally, besides like rumbling rumors and on top of the fact that very, very tasteful edits.
And that's a fact.
I don't really see too much of Devil May Cry. I don't know too much about it. Aside from lore videos. I think for me personally, I try my best to differentiate adaptation from adaptation. Like people are going to do their own thing with each coming passing decade. There's going to be a new thing. There's going to be a new reboot every other few 10 years or so. So it's like I can withstand a lot of it for the sake of, well, trying something new and artistic expression. So for me, when it came to like this dropping, I was very much open-minded. I had no idea what was going on, but I knew I was hyped for it because I knew of Dante and I knew exactly who he was and how his story plays out. So I was very interested in seeing what was going on. So watching this first 8 episodes, I gotta say, for one, I didn't have to wait weekly to finish this. Finally, Netflix is getting back on track with their model. I think for me, it looks incredible. Like the animation is freaking stellar. Honestly, not a bad frame in sight, at least not to my recollection and my knowledge. Personally, it was pretty cool to see. Like for the most part, the animation is sexy. Like I think personally it's awesome. The art style is very recognizable. Like honestly, I can't quite put my finger on it, but it looks so fucking familiar. Anyway, moving past that, yeah, no, I think overall the aesthetic of it is cool. I love the references that they make to Raccoon City.
This has got to be the second worst job you ever gave me.
Oh, you mean after the Raccoon City job?
Or Raccoon City, however you prefer to pronounce it. Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure on what Dante was doing there, but that's cool. That is so cool because it opens up the entire thing to so many different things. That is so bad. Anyway, so does that mean like in the world of Resident Evil, demons are just casually real? Anyway, look, I'm thinking too hard about it. Maybe I'm just tripping. Anyway, moving past that. Yeah, the story follows Dante on his misadventures as far as like tracking down, doing what he got to do to get his necklace back. Because for some reason, some guy cosplaying as a bunny demon is out and about. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I will say this about the Netflix version, and I'll give this one a leg up over like the original version of where the rabbit comes from as far as the manga. Yeah, he has a lot more sauce than his manga counterpart. And the manga is like the only place where the rabbit character actually exists. Like, he doesn't exist in anywhere in the games at all. So like, or like even the extended like lore, it's just like no, it's just this one manga adaptation. So yeah, causing trouble for humanity because the demon sympathizer, I guess, because like his backstory is confusing to me. It was like weirdly like artsy and like dynamic, really trying to get an Oscar type of episode. I was just like, I don't care for this guy. Like, even knowing his backstory, I don't care.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
You're sympathizing with demons, bro. Like these are very obviously devil spawn, hell spawn. They are not meant to be in this world for long. In fact, they are meant to be destroyed by the power of Christ. I think you can imagine who my favorite character is, aside from Dante's aesthetic. Yeah, it's obviously ultra religious guy with glasses.
I said that God may yet redeem you regardless of your origins.
Guy with glasses. It sounds suspiciously like Kevin Conroy. Yeah, actually, he literally is just Kevin Conroy. That is actually hilarious to me. Like, literally, he's just Kevin Conroy. I don't know if they recorded it in post before his death, but whatever. So yeah, that was cool. I think for me, yeah. Show, I feel weird talking about it because obviously, with my Christian beliefs, I feel weird. You know,
what? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You know, and not even in a way of like, oh, well,
you shouldn't watch it because there's demons in it.
It's like, I'm going to be very biased. Like, it's bad! I'm very biased against the demons. Like, duh. Like, what do you mean? Like, bro, it's just like, every time I watch the episode, I'm like, filthy demons burn in hellfire. By the power of Christ, I compel you. That was really my whole vibe watching the show. I'm just like, ugh. Bro, they try to make me feel bad for these little dad. I'm like, bro, you're literally from hell. I don't care what you're talking about. I don't care what sympathy you're expecting me to have for these freaking psychopaths who are literally born of weeping and gnashing of teeth. Why do you think I'm gonna like these demons? Like, because what? They're children or they have look innocent? Like, what? No, screw you. Like, literally go. So like towards the end of the season, like you had the big like government guy talking about some, oh, we're gonna wage war against hell. And like apparently the way the music is set up is supposed to be like this big climactic thing, and I'm like, good, drop the nukes.
Is this nigga serious?
Nigga, now, like, bro, I don't care.
And that's a fact.
Like, I'm finna feel bad for Hellspawn. Side note, I do think it's weird with this plot line. I don't know why it exists anyway. It doesn't make any sense to add this to the lore of Devil May Cry, because it kind of just gets rid of like the special nature of Virgil and Dante's existence. You know, it's supposed to be like an anomaly for a demon to have sentience and to care for any version of a life outside of itself. Like, most demons are like primal animals almost in most adaptations of Devil May Cry. So seeing one that is like, you know, a good guy is rare. You know, it shouldn't be like a whole plot point of this type of character. You know, it makes Dante just seem less special is what I'm saying. Anyway, like, nigga, bring Satan with you and burn him too. Like, I'm supposed to care. Like, I'm supposed to feel sympathy for a demonic presence. Like, get the fuck, bro. Who made this show? Like, I don't know, bro. It's crazy. It's so crazy to me. I'm glad they didn't go the reboot route. You know, make him half demon, half, you know, angel, which is just a weird choice. Just a weird choice.
A few minutes later.
Anyway, I think the part that bothers me the most about the show is the fact that it's so short. Like, bro, I was feeling it. Like, Dante is a mood the entire way through. He's having the time of his life. And they really did capture that part of like Devil May Cry perfectly. Just the absurdity of Dante and honestly the music choices. Oh my God. Evanescence, Limp Bizkit have my heart. They do. Like, honestly, can you ever go wrong with Limp Bizkit? Because, bro, Keep Rolling goes hard. gang, please. But yeah, I think aside from that, like the overall tone of the show is fantastic. They really do show how strong Dante really is in this show. Like he's so strong that he can't even hold his guns for too long with too much force or they break. Awesome detail. And I was like, damn it, not again. I'm like, gang, and you think you're human? Okay, sure. It was like, oh, it's just a superhero mutation or whatever. Come on, man. Come on, man. Cut it out. Like it's obviously like, you know, Dante's in denial of his heritage. Of course, you could obviously tell. Like, you know, he knows that he's a demon. He just doesn't want to say that he's a demon because, you know, they killed his family. Shocker. And honestly, the timeline is confusing because I don't know like the past of this version of Virgil. I mean, yeah, Virgil and Dante actually. So yeah, I was so confused. It's like, so what's going on? Is it like, did Dante kill Virgil? Because he recognizes adult form, right? So like there's obviously some love lost there. Because like when the shape-shifting demon was disguising himself as Dante, when the shape-shifting demon was disguising himself as Virgil, it was like, damn. Also, the irony of me confusing the two names is crazy because they're literally twin brothers. Anyway, so yeah, like I was just like, huh, interesting. Because like they have a lot of history. I'm trying to figure out like what version of history are we gonna be going with when it comes to Virgil and Dante. So yeah, either way, I'm here for it, you know. And honestly, the worst kept secret of the entire series is the fact that freaking Virgil's still alive. It's like, duh. You really think they would make a Devil May Cry anime, 8 episodes, and not have Virgil? Come on now, what are we talking about here? So no, like I pretty much knew it from episode 1. I'm like, bro, he's obviously alive. He's obviously still around. He's probably in hell somewhere. Who knows? Anyway, the dude is obviously not dead. So that part was kind of cool as far as them trying to like tease it. For those who wouldn't know about like their past, they're like, who's that? You know what I mean? And like, yeah, I feel like if you're like not like a huge Devil May Cry fan, you would like this. And if you are, you'll probably love this, if I'm being real with you. I'm somewhere in the middle, if I'm being honest with you. Because again, the episode just follows like Dante trying to keep his necklace out of the hands of the evil forces of hell and trying to prevent the apocalypse inadvertently. Because like, yeah, Dante's just doing his thing. Like for the most part, Dante, he just seems to be reactive in a way. He's not like exactly going after like he doesn't have a goal for real. It's more like he's just doing things that happened around him and he just so happens to be on the side of the angels. Like he literally just does his job. Like if he gets paid to do something, he's gonna do it. You feel me? Especially when it comes to taking down demons, because you know he has a chip on his shoulder, like most, you know, heroes do in these type of stories. Yeah, I think aside from that, yeah, it flowed pretty well. The plot was easy to follow. And more than anything else, it was just a good ass time. It really made me feel like I was back in the early 2000s, if I'm being real with you. People were shitting on the voice actor because it's Ichigo. And I'm like, it's Ichigo. Why do you hate it? Like the dude does a good job. He's obviously a younger version of Dante. So it's like, I don't really have a problem with it. I'm not really, you know, too mixed up about it. Like he's cool. Like the voice actor does a good job. Like he really does like carry the charismatic like level of Dante that we all know and love. So personally, I genuinely don't see the issue. He just sounds younger. Like he sounds like he's in his like mid to late 20s. I don't see the issue with that. He sounds fine. Hell, sounds younger than me. So yeah, I'll say that. Aside from that, yeah, no, I enjoyed this this show. Like I hope we don't have to wait too long for the next season. All right, so we are back with another video on Devil May Cry, and we're gonna do this in a different way because I already covered this like on the show's front, but I have been seeing criticisms, I have been seeing complaints, and personally, I think most of the complaints are kind of stupid. If I'm going to be honest with you, I think most of them are dumb. Like, I'm just gonna be real with you. Like, y'all are just a bit. And here's why. Because like the biggest complaint I've seen has mainly been the lady argument.
The worst truth is that not only are demons real, they're really hard to kill.
Honestly, she puts more force into her curse words than I do, and I censor most of mine. Jesus.
Devil spawn, mother.
A few minutes later.
2,000 years ago when our world was still connected to their hole.
A few moments later.
Even that thing should have trouble healing from a bomb going off in its neck.
Which is the focal point of this video because it actually makes sense. Get why y'all hate Lady as a character. She's annoying, yes. She's a Mary Sue, yes. She's able to do things that she should not be able to do. But then again, just to play devil's advocate here, our first time seeing Lady in the games is literally her doing some crazy superhuman level shit with no armor. Like I've said this even before, like it makes sense why she's able to do more in the adaptation that we see with Netflix than ever before. She has armor that boosts her durability. She has the jet shoes that make her faster. Especially faster than the average human. So like, that's the one complaint I don't understand. It's like she literally has help doing most of the crazy she does. Before, this was a criticism, I would have been like, yeah, man, I feel you, bro. Because like before, she was just raw dogging it. Just straight like faith and going off of sheer muscle tone alone. She was just taking on demons with a freaking grenade launcher. Crazy. Like, bro, like honestly. So it's like, I would expect the complaint for that version of Lady, the OG, than this one, because this one actually makes sense onto why she's that busted. Like, and again, she has government backing. I know, crazy, right? It's almost like she has every advantage to take on most threats in the average human world. And I would argue in Demon. Okay, nah, that's crazy. That's where you lose me, actually, which is where I agree with the fans. Because for me personally, I think it's crazy that you see Dante doing some Superman level speed feats, dodging bullets playfully, and then fast enough to get in the same line of sight as the soldier shooting him.
Don't feel bad. I heal extremely fast. Like a superhero. Well, I've got you here. What's it like being a demon? Do you have to be evil? Like if someone was only part demon. If maybe
No! Get away from me! You're one of them! Get away! Then
he's able to do all of this, and then the demons he meets are able to scrap with him. I'm like, how is he taking any of these demons on? Like, it's one thing to take on, like, you know, a C-list villain or like a C-list like demon. These people are, not these people, she has been taking on the same threats that Dante has been taking on and doing damn near the same amount of efficiency. I think it's kind of crazy if I'm being real with you. I'm like, okay, gang, look, why? Genuinely, why? She should be paced right now. Her whole team got slaughtered by these very same demons. Unless they juice the shit out of her and like they put like a plot reason, because this is an adaptation, which is why I say again, most of y'all criticisms are a little bad because y'all keep forgetting this is not the game. This is not the sequel to Devil May Cry 4. This is not a redo of the games. This is a show in its own universe.
Yeah, and just by the way, I know a lot of articles say that like this show is really bad, but let's not forget, this show literally reinvigorated an entirely dead fandom since the release of the final Devil May Cry game. So you would just imagine a little bit more respect and just like, you know, realistic like expectations when it comes to a adaptation, you know, considering that it literally revitalized your games. And not only that, it brought back a lot of the old player base and new player base who would be into it, especially even the other material. So I don't know, man, it's just kind of crazy to me.
Literally, I'm so irritated by y'all because y'all make it so hard to like anything. Like, you would think a fan base that's been dormant since the final game dropped, you would think they'd be grateful that people are making an adaptation of it in an animated show and none of that live action bullshit. You feel me? Where they can be more creative, more dynamic, they can show more of Dante's powers without having to nerf him because of real world physics and whatnot. They can literally just do what they need to do, and they've done that. What are y'all about? Like, genuinely, I have been sitting on this for a long ever since the final episode I watched. I'm like, bro, niggas hate this? Why? Like, genuinely, it's like the episodes are long, the series is short, you can finish it in a day, and niggas are mad. I am so confused. They give you teases to Virgil. They didn't just throw you Virgil, you know, they leading up to him, and y'all are mad. Like, again, the only valid argument is Lady. I think this is annoying. Like, bro, like I said, I have made some liberties with Lady, as I said in this video, because genuinely, I think a lot of her criticisms are kind of unfair. And you know me, you know, anytime I'm ready to shit on these Mary Sues. But in this example, I don't think she's that bad. Like, personally, like, they make her make sense in this universe, like more than even the original does. Again, she was a normal human doing the shit she was doing in the games with just a couple missiles and guns. It makes sense why she's able to at least deal with small fry demons, at the very least. So I don't know, for me, why y'all mad? Like, the show is genuinely not that bad, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I genuinely enjoyed it. I've already said this in a previous video, and I ain't finna rehash it. I'm just saying, y'all hating for like the dumbest reasons. Y'all like, well, this isn't proper to the lore. It's like, the bare bones of it is pretty straightforward from the games. Dante has a necklace. Virgil has a necklace. You merge these two necklaces. You merge the worlds. What? The second season, you're gonna have him even looking more comic book accurate to shut you up, and you are still mad. Like, I promise you, they could give so many different other, like, you know, game franchises a kickstart with Netflix. They can literally pull from the entire catalog of video games. They could have made a Street Fighter anthology series.
And also, last point of interjection, yeah, apparently the show couldn't be that bad. It got a freaking season 2 announcement. So, like, what are we doing here? Can we please stop hating just to hate? Like, it clearly wasn't that bad if Netflix was like, yeah, let's just do it again, but better.
And instead, it was like, you know, let me throw Devil May Cry a bone. And y'all are like,
well, it's bad because it's not like the games.
It's like, y'all gotta look at it in context. All the stuff y'all complaining about, is it in context? I don't think so, personally. And like, y'all keep forgetting, her dad turned himself into a demon and offed her mom. Excuse me, if she's not gonna have like the best faith with demons. Like, and honestly, I'll give y'all another thing with the Lady argument. She did my boy Dante crazy.
Riggs and Murtaugh, Tango and Cash, Dante and Lady.
You know my name is Mary.
A few minutes later.
I still have to bring you in.
What?
This was like, you betrayed this man after he saved your life countless times and then risked you up? I know that scene. I've seen that scene. You blushed. I saw it. Like the boy Dante said.
Ripped and irresistible dreamboat, I know. You still can't just tear a guy's clothes off.
Hey man, look. All girls are the same, man. All girls are the same. You get in shape, bro, I promise you they gonna give more of a fuck you. I promise you. You can be the weirdest weirdo, but let you be ripped. I promise you it's over. Like, bro.
A few minutes later.
Small tangent there, but it is just crazy because, like, for me, I'm just like, gang, look, I get y'all don't like this girl. I get it. She's annoying at some points, but again, context is key. Now, does that change my thoughts on Lady? Personally, I still think she's okay. I think she has potential to be just fine. Even with what all of the criticisms I've seen that they have for her, I feel like it is a little overblown. Like, personally, because even when I watched it, I was like, she ain't that bad. Like, personally, like, she a little annoying, yeah. Yeah, she hold my boy, but that's more of a testament to the writing and what they do with this character and her as a person. Because again, demons killed her family. Demons destroyed her family on a literal level and on a metaphysical level. It's just like, I get it. You feel me? She's seen demons be able to disguise themselves, and we've seen them lie. So it's like, you gotta give her something here. But that's just my take on the situation. Let me know yours in the comments below, and peace.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.